EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Wait, set, fly, 20, 50. You.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Wait, set, wait, 20. Watch the run. Jack it, reload.
From the 35 on second down, Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, how many times have we seen that? Third down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. And watch your leg.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Andy Isabella was the intended target. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. To throw, it's Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 11. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, some strong running, and he'll be out right at the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those... It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Brady. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Hot shot. Watch tight. Tight is right. Out.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready. 16 on it. 22, Jack Bauer. Pushing 22. Jack Bauer.
From the 29, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
First down, Patriots.
Wait, set. Play 20. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Hey, check it.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Past the 20 to the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16.
27 on the play.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
The situation changes a bit now. First and goal from back at the 10. Brady to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Here we go.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Brady now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
They're not ready for this. They still play.
Jackson going to throw again. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Pass from Jackson complete to Ingram. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Jackson dancing to his left. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Just like that.
Brady. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Hey, foxtrot.
On 1st down, Brady. Sideline throw, that's caught. Julian Edelman. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Again, it's Brady. Letting one go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Antonio Brown. Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56. Drop deep, drop deep.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half
under pressure, and they got to him again.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now off the bootleg. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Ingram again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
36-yard line.
Hey, let's get there.
Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
They're running.
Throwing is Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Jackson now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's first and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a first and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Brady going to throw. And Watson has it right side. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for New England. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Yeah, down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over at first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 63 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Brady. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, ball 66.
To throw, it's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. Zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing again. Brady towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Ingram. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Brown. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Patriots take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense is struggling. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to... And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he will score! Touchdown, Patriots! Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
On the ground, Michelle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it. It's still down 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Baltimore, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New England, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time.